I thought, did he see too many, you know,
No, I did not see
comics
too
or
many superhero movies.
superheroes?
I mean, all right,
what,
yeah,
you know,
maybe,
because
kind of.
it seems like
But-
it's a phase that you go through and then you grow out of.
Well, I'm 42 now, and I've been doing it, including when I wrestled and everything, for about 15 years. And you for them it's movies and the internet. For us it was comics and Adam West, Batman, William Shatner, Guy Williams on Lost in Space, action heroes and comics and things like that. Yes, we did read too many of them, you know, but in a way I feel that the people that did do it, or do it, pardon me, that it's kind of groomed them. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't even realize that everything I was doing in my life, the weightlifting,
was leading you towards
was leading
this.
to this,
Right.
was leading towards this.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, it's just a little bit different sources because their media is different nowadays than ours was. They don't go to the 7-Eleven and buy a comic book when they don't do it anymore. Mm-hmm. So, which is kind of sad when you stop and think about it.
Yeah, I still read comic books.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Well, I'll tell you this much, brother. Your mom's roof, your mom's rules.
I know.
Okay? So if she doesn't want you patrolling,
Glad to hear that.
you don't patrol. Okay?
Okay.
If there's other things you can do, or if, like she says, safety in numbers, say if you wanted to patrol with me and the team when you guys are in town, that's just fine. But other than that, you need to find other ways to be active.
Yeah, when he talked about doing outreach, I am down with that. You know, I mean, that's wonderful to do that sort of work for the community. But when he talks about being alone,
Speaking of which, I was trying to say that
dressed
there's
in black,
like 3 or 4 dudes existed, but now I saw something on.
Do I know any of them?
On the .net. Sainthood, Night Watch, The Animal.
Mm-hmm. I've never met any of them, but I think I know who Night Watch is.
I told him, I was like, we should.
do you all
figure
have, I
something
mean, is
out.
there like a, I don't know what do you even call it, a community website?
Yes, ma'am.
where
Yeah, there's a
everybody
couple.
goes
It's
to
what they call a forum.
a forum, right.
And
right.
We usually go there. Like, he could put up a thing, who lives here? And 3 or 4 guys, and 3 or 4 guys will contact him, and they can all get together. Like, Master Legend contacted me years ago. It's funny nowadays. The way it works nowadays is they find out about us and then they start doing it. Whereas back in the day, the older guys, we did it and then we went online and said, I wonder if anybody else does this, and found each other. So it's kind of funny how it worked the opposite direction. We were all doing it individually and then found each other over time.
I was doing it for 2 years before I found the Heroes Network.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And does your wife go on patrol?
Yes, she was just out with us in Atlanta. I don't put her in harm's way. Like, for instance, when we do outreach and things like that, there's a level of danger. So I don't, even though she'd probably be pretty safe with me and Master Legend and Symbiote, you know, it's one more person to worry about.
Right.
But things like Atlanta, things like children's shelters, kids love her.
Yeah.
And everything like that. So you pick and choose your battles. You know, that's a good thing to bring up to him.
Yeah.
Right
well,
now, you pick and choose your battles.
Yeah, that might be where my mindset was kind of at. Because like I told him, I said, I love the idea of you doing outreach and helping people. I hate the idea of you putting yourself in danger. You know, so, I mean, and I said, I know
now,
you think you're an adult, but...
I will say this, there's a group of people online, and it's a pretty myopic viewpoint, but they say, I only crime fight. I only crime fight. I don't go out to help people. Superheroes aren't supposed to hand out sandwiches and this kind of thing. And I think what they're trying to do is puff themselves up and make themselves look tougher or something like that. But the thing is, if you do outreach, eventually you're going to crime fight.
Okay.
Because
it's
you're,
kind of their...
yes ma'am, you're going to run into something. That's why it's such a silly viewpoint for these people to say, I only crime fight, because sooner or later, you know,
Give me an example of if you do outreach, you're eventually going to crime fight.
You're in a, without, you know, disclosing stories and stuff like that, you're in an area where you're handing out a bunch of things to homeless people and this kind of thing. One person wants the pair of socks and the other person got them, you know, that kind of thing. Even though there's more socks, they don't care. You're going to be breaking up a fight. You're going to be chasing someone down. You're going to be macing someone that doesn't like the fact that you're there. They think you're a reptilian or something like that. You're from Mars or whatever, and you know, and they intend to hurt you. You know, so even if he does outreach, it's not all, you know, roses and cookies. You know, something could happen. Something could happen.
So I'm not really sure how to just go around picking fights with people, though. That doesn't seem cool.
But what would you tell him about...
Well, you see, there you go, like he said just there.
What'd you say?
He knows that what he's doing is not going out and picking fights with people. He's basically going to do a lot of observe and report and stuff like that, as opposed to go out and pick fights with people.
Right,
Like,
I didn't have that expectation that you would ever just go out and pick fights with people. But if you saw, like you said, an active something going on, yeah, you call the police and then you just step in if you need to.
right. Now that's right there. That's the best thing you can possibly do.
Part of what we're saying right here is like, you know, his age, okay, he's legal, I guess, by standards of society, but, you know, I still pay his bills, I still pay his medical expenses.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, I still do all that, so I, you know, he wants me to think that he can do whatever he wants and that he can go out and just like when he finally told me, you know, a few nights ago before we got down here, he was going to go out on patrol, and I'm like, oh, you know, now I can't sleep. You know, it's 1 a.m., 2 a.m., he's out roaming the streets of our city alone, and I can't sleep. You know, I said, this is so unfair. You know, you can't do this to me.
Right.
But he said, oh yeah, I can. You know, I'm going to do this. I can do whatever I want.
Well,
that's a reason why a lot of guys don't come out. Don't come out. A lot of the younger guys.
Not discovered just by accident.
She found my gear.
His gear. You know, he probably never would have come out. I just happened to be cleaning a bunch of stuff, and I found this, and I'm like, what is this? So that's, and it probably, you could have made something up, really, and I still would have bought it. You know, it came out.
I think anything would have been more believable than the truth.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
I can be like, oh, that's, I role play. I LARP. Or airsoft or
but
something.
It sounded like
well, you did the right thing, though, by being honest.
Yeah, he was really glad to get it out in the open, but it was quite a shock, and his dad is more shocked than I am. Even. You know, it's like you don't know, your first thought is, oh, where did I go wrong? I mean, really, that's your first thought as a parent.
Good to know.
I swear.
I'm glad that's right where your mind went. Oh, my son's a failure.
Hey,
no,
wears
I know
tights.
you're not it's just like...
It's the tights, isn't
You
it?
know, I mean, what? It's like he's living in this fantasy world. What did I do or not do?
well, that's just it. It is. I don't know if it necessarily... Like, I've thought that too. Is this a fantasy world type of thing? And I don't know if it is. I mean, because we're doing real things and we're really helping people.